Warning, the Good Times podcast features foul language and insensitive comments performed by professionals. Accordingly, Good Times podcast must insist that no one should play this show out loud during work, at school, or with your grandmother. Enjoy the show. On the season premiere of the Good Times podcast, we talk about Christmas, presents, and what we did.
We also talk about New Year's, the party I had at my house, and our New Year's resolutions.
We also talk about the year-ending questions, look back at the previous year, and how we've grown throughout that time.
All of that and much more on this episode of the Good Times Podcast.
Good Times Podcast. Hey, y'all having a good time? Having a good time. Always a good time. Now what the hell are you waiting for? Donuts.
Welcome on in, everybody. I am the assassin of the slaved mind, the executioner, and if you don't know, now you know. And fresh out the box, stop, look and watch. Ready yet? Get set. It's Almanac Jack.
Welcome, everybody, and welcome, Executioner, to Season 2 of the Good Times Podcast. And I think that deserves a Good Times. That's right. This is the Good Times Podcast, where it's good laughs, good fun, and always a good time.
Damn right.
Wow, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Oh, man, it's been a while. It's been a bunch of ups, been a bunch of downs, left, rights, diagonals, all that good shit.
Any other angles, parallelograms, and rhombuses for everybody.
Yeah, including that one Zombis, the dude from Pokemon. What's his name? The guy with a bunch of angles. I was saying Polyworld. Porygon. Oh, yeah.
Porygon.
Porygon. Okay.
Oh, man. Hey, a lot of stuff's happened since we last recorded.
Dude, when was the last time we recorded?
Well, before I was married.
Dude, that's right.
Yep, got married, man.
Shit.
That was in September, so, I mean, we had to have recorded way before then.
Yeah.
August, maybe?
Look at this imposter right here.
Oh, weak.
I'm looking up the last time we recorded, and there's somebody out there that actually named their podcast the Good Times Podcast. And so basically what that means is we're going to have to just sue their ass and trademark this shit.
Yeah, because we're the Good Times Podcast.
You're damn right. So July 21st is when we put out the last one.
And that was the episode where you got into a fight.
Yeah, I ended up getting into a fight that night.
Hell yeah. That was a dope episode.
Yeah.
Oh, and for everybody, make sure to go back into the archive and listen to all 24 episodes, and you'll be caught up to where we're at.
Pretty much, man. And honestly, like, you just hear babies crying in the background. Oh, my God.
Man.
This is the life of a Good Times Podcast.
It sure
Shut
is.
the hell up.
Take them to the room.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
Don't you just ever hate that shit when people bring their kids to, like, I don't know, sometimes to church or something like that, and they just let them cry, like, right there.
In front of everybody.
Yeah, they're like in the first pew.
Yes, yeah. So like everybody literally has a front row seat of what's going on.
Yeah, and then like most of the time it's like, okay, the kid's acting out, but then the parents just acting just as stupid, like most of the
because they don't know how to handle the kids.
Yeah, it's like, just take them outside.
No. The worst place to have a kid like crying and just fussing up, like the DMV.
Oh,
I've been in the DMV and I've been waiting, and you just hear the kid like death wailing.
Oh,
and
my
like
goodness.
the mom or the dad's just sitting there on their phone, or they're just like pretending the kid doesn't exist, like it's gonna go away. It's like, yo, your kid's screaming and crying for a reason. Did he shit himself? Is he hungry?
Something's gotta be happening at that point.
What is going on?
Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense. I mean, then again, maybe it's because I don't have any kids. We'll have to ask James about that one, Mr.
Sure.
Longleg Daddy-O. I wonder what he has to say about that. Maybe there's
his answer is probably just feed your kid, because that's all in his story. Just always feeding his kid, man.
That's actually true. I never thought about that. I mean, I would just feed my kid too. Hey, gain a couple pounds. That's cool with the holidays, right?
They're babies anyway. Who cares? They need it. They're once
once January comes around, that's when everybody does the New Year's resolution.
That's right. Oh, we didn't even say Happy New Year, everybody.
Speaking of the New Year's, Happy motherfucking New Year's.
Man, 2020. 2020 is weird because it sounds like so futuristic. Like it sounds like, when we were kids, they're like, okay, draw what you think, what the fuck year are we in? Draw what you think the year 2020 would be like. And then, everybody would draw like flying cars and hoverboards.
Right.
People catching real life Pokemon or something stupid.
Real life Pokemon. Hunger Games was real.
Yeah. But it kind of does sound like weird because, or if you watch like old movies from like the 80s or something like that, they're like, yeah, he time traveled to the year 2025. And it's like, dude, that's only 5 years away.
We're 5 years away.
And we don't have any of that shit.
Yeah, instead of flying cars, we just got a bunch of people on Twitter that just fight about politics and who can call each other bitch first, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like,
the best we have to like a flying car is that new Tesla truck that looks like Porygon.
Oh my god, dude, that truck is so fucking ugly. Like, and somebody was like, well, if somebody were to give you that truck, would you still take it? Well, yeah, of course.
It's a free, like, $60,000 truck.
Yeah, and then I would just sell it. But I mean, like, it's not really a big...
I'd probably drive it for a bit just to see what it could do.
Yeah, I mean, whatever, it's not really a big deal to me. But at the same time, it's like, what kind of a question is that? Just because I don't like it, that's like saying, oh, you don't like the Raiders. Well, what if somebody gave you home or like yearly tickets for it? It's like, yeah, I would probably go to a couple games here and there, like what the fuck?
Or the same thing of like, when a celebrity posts something like, oh man, she just bought a new house. It looks ugly.
Oh my
that house looks nasty. It's a freaking mansion,
Yeah.
But then it's like, oh, but if somebody gave you the deed to that mansion, would you live in there even though it's so ugly? Yeah, anything's better than where I live because those ones have like 9 bedrooms and like 14 bathrooms. Of course I'll take it. I only have 1 bathroom in my house.
Oh my god, right? So it's like I never understood that. Everyone's like, everyone has to point it out, and if you want to point it out that you don't like it, that's great, but nobody's saying that you are gonna have to live in it, that you have to use it or anything like that.
Exactly.
It's just quickly like a quick opinion, like, oh, okay, I think it looks ugly because it does look ugly. It's like, sorry to say, but
yeah,
if you were to ask like my nephew to draw a car or something like that, my 2-year-old nephew.
Oh, I thought you meant the other one. Those drawings might not be that different.
The 17-year-old and the 2-year-old, yeah, they look about the same.
Yeah, same blocky car.
Yeah.
Hey, so with New Year's, do you have any New Year's resolutions?
I'm not usually the type of person to do resolutions
or New Year's or goals for the year.
Yeah, so for the goals for the year this year, it's basically just don't go broke. Honestly, like always have a nice little cushion, like because that's one of the things for me. I'm just a single dude, and I have no kids. So all I do is just spend fucking money,
Yeah, but I mean, you got like nieces and nephews that are basically your kids anyway.
Yeah, at this point, that's basically. But yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at. Where I'm like, it's kind of starting to get to the point where, you start asking yourself, what do you have to show for what you're actually working for? You're working 40 odd hours a week, and making a pretty good paycheck. But at what point does all of that become, a return investment for you, So
yeah,
that's kind of what I'm focusing on this year is, get your financials right. I actually had a nice little cushion, thankfully, from winning my fantasy football league.
Hell yeah.
Where I got to actually win $1,000 and a nice dope ass belt, man. I love that
Yeah,
belt.
that's a cool looking belt, man. Like when you brought it over, I was surprised how heavy it was.
Yeah.
How well made it was.
Right.
And like it's legit. It's not just some stamp and go belt where they're this company's making a whole bunch and they just send it out. Like it looks like there's real time in it. It's because the center plate has the curve in it.
Right.
To where if you were to get it from some one of these other ones that you see on Instagram or whatever, they probably just stamp a chunk of metal and then just screw it on and that's it. But
Yeah,
no,
and-
this is awesome. Like I told you when I was snapping it together, like this is
It
real
felt really
legit
good.
because the snaps just glide together and they're
Right.
secure, really secure.
No, I agree, and it's kind of crazy because the belt. I believe the belt was like anywhere from like 120 to 150, and so just like honestly, I wouldn't even spend that much money to get a belt myself, but just the fact that I won it is just like
Even better.
that makes it so
Yeah.
much better, you know?
Yeah, and who gives a fuck like if it's not like a WWE World
Oh.
Championship belt? Like, yo, you earned the belt, so it's like just as good, you know?
Yeah, no, and
it's
that's
your championship.
right, and if it was like the WWE, Universal Champion or something like that, I would still be like pretty happy about it. But the whole thing is that I'm fighting in a team or in a league of 12 people in fantasy football.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, and that just makes it even better because it says like fantasy football champion on it.
exactly.
And this is my year. And just to kind of clarify, I've been in this league for a long ass time. This league that I'm currently in and I'm currently the commissioner of is actually a league that was started back
Commissioner Gordon.
this league actually started like back in like the 90s, like the early 90s. It was my brother and 3 of my cousins. What they did was they would draft between the 4 of them, and then they would have to wait till Monday after everything was done, where they would send the stats in the newspaper,
Wow.
and then they would write everything down. That's how fantasy football started.
Yeah.
And for them, that's how it started, and it kind of just grew over the years, and it went into ESPN, and then I finally got a shot at doing it. And I believe I started when I was like 16 or 17, so it's been like 10, 11 years at this point
Yeah.
for that I started it. And besides the very first year, I've made the playoffs every single year. I've made the Super Bowl twice, and I've lost everything throughout that whole entire time. So, and this one just
And I
felt...
can attest to like how mad you get because you'd be like, "Fuck! I lost again."
It's so disheartening sometimes, especially when you don't really have control over certain things. Like if a ref makes a shitty ass call, or
Yeah.
if certain calls aren't made.
Which there's been a lot of shitty calls.
Oh
dude.
God. Oh God. I'm so glad that throughout all that I won, and the Niners are 13-3 with a first round bye. The only thing that can make this any better is if they win the fucking Super Bowl. Then I can say I won the same year as they did, and well, if I don't ever win again, I'll be all right.
Yeah. No, but see, that's always cool though. Like when your team actually wins the Super Bowl. Our teams haven't won the Super Bowl in a while, so if we were to ever win, it'd be amazing.
Yeah. For
that,
sure.
because we actually got to live through that, and especially as adults. I think it's better as an adult because you remember it more. You were there for a party or whatever. If you're a kid, it's just kind of like whatever. My dad's happy or something like that. My mom's happy. But I mean, if it were to be the Raiders, which I mean, last time we were Super Bowl was 2001, 2002, where we lost.
Yeah.
And it's been downhill ever since.
Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Goddamn Buccaneers.
Yeah. But anyway, back to your man. We went off on a long tangent there.
I know. Tangents. Good old tangents.
That should be like the name of our second show. If we ever do a second show, it'd just be called Tangents.
Tangents. And
Anyway,
it just starts off with you just going off on a tangent for like 45 minutes, and then it's just me on a monologue for.
Yeah, we're both just talking at the same time. Anyway, your financial goals and stuff.
Yeah. So just to go back to that, yeah. So obviously, as I mentioned, the $1,000, it just kind of gives you a cushion, Like, I mean, there's probably people out there that have a shit ton of money saved up, and honestly, I didn't do a good job of that at all. And I'm not even afraid to admit it because I know a lot of people are probably afraid to admit it themselves. And it's like, listen, if you have a problem with your financials and you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck, you got to do something. Like I got lucky because at the time that I really wanted to push this issue for myself, I actually got a nice little little treat of that $1,000 when I won this. So it was like that. On top of that, that was a nice little cushion for me. So yeah, that is a big thing for me this year. Is like, man, don't go broke. I don't even want to go like under the $1,000 mark at this point. Like,
yeah,
$1,000 is my zero.
Yeah,
like,
once you've had a taste, man.
Right, and I can at least use that as like a credit system for myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Pay
that
yourself back instead of somebody else.
Right. So that and just back to my weight goals, dude. Like I've been super inconsistent over the past couple years trying to get my weight back. to where I really want it to be, you know. But with this job that I'm currently at, you know, Amazon, it's like warehouse work, 10 hours a day. And honestly, like it's gotten me a lot more active. It's brought my weight down a bit, but then you start hitting that plateau. So now it's just time to like, all right, well, you got a good head start. It's time to push forward.
Yeah, I think that's good too, because I mean, you're active and all, but like that'll only take you so far to where like you don't see results without like actually working out, like going for a run or, you know, hitting some weights or something like that, because it's totally different work.
No, I agree. And you know what? I was actually thinking the other day. Now, I want to ask you this at this point. So at what point, or why is it that we work for 10 hours and we can only lose so much weight? Whereas, why don't we work out for 10 hours?
That's a good question.
Yeah, you know, so like, I mean, I wouldn't want to work out for 10 hours,
No
you know,
way.
because obviously, you know, you're not getting paid for any of it.
And plus, I sweat enough as much as it is, so I don't need to be sweating constantly for 10 hours.
Yeah.
I look like SpongeBob at the end of that.
You got the suds.
Yeah, I get the suds.
So yeah, that was just something super random that I had thought about, but yeah, that's kind of what it is. So speaking of that though, what about you? What's your resolutions, or what do you have for your goals this year?
Well, I mean, everybody does the whole I want to get in better health this year or whatever.
Right.
I set a goal for myself this year. I want to lose 30 pounds.
Ooh.
But I mean, that's through the whole year. So I mean, if I lose close to it or more than that, it's just a win either way.
Just do it in the month.
Yeah, I know, right?
Just get it out the way.
Yeah, it might just be all water weight though.
Oh, water.
No, but yeah, that was one. Janet and I made a resolution to actually go to the gym more, and we don't eat consistently. It's more of just like yeah, it's more of just like, I don't know, like instead of saying like, oh, what do you want to eat? I don't know, let's just go get something. You know, instead of actually, you know, taking the time to cook and clean dishes afterwards and pots and pans and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, oh, you know what? Since we're both doing like a weight thing, because you're doing your challenge, right?
Yeah, I actually joined the transformation challenge too,
And
at the Healthy Hub.
And how long is that?
It's a month, so like a little bit past February.
So have you done like your first weigh-in yet, or
no, not yet, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna do that. Hopefully, well, within the next couple of days, whenever I go over.
Well, how about this? I'll do it at the same time as you. Obviously, I'm not going to be in their challenge thingy.
Okay.
But how about we both do it at the same time? Like we'll both start hitting the gym and stuff.
Fuck it, I'm down with that.
Yeah, because we both.
Brown like Charlie down.
You still go to Planet Fitness, right?
Yep.
Okay, me too.
P Fitness.
And then you know what would be better to keep people kind of like what do you call it? Accountable. Keep us accountable.
Accountability.
We'll post some of this stuff maybe on the Good Times Podcast com Instagram.
Com.
And it'll keep us accountable.
Yeah, no, that would actually be super cool. The
Hopefully we get some people cheering us on, maybe.
Yeah, everyone's like, man, you guys suck.
You guys didn't even do it.
You guys are never gonna get there.
Yeah. No, yeah, we'll do that then.
Yeah, I'm actually down with that. That sounds super cool because, you know, obviously going on the journey is pretty by yourself is kind of shitty. But don't be surprised if I go to the gym by myself because sometimes
like,
I need that alone time.
No, for
myself.
Sure. Yeah. Another one, same thing as you. We want to get our financials better, like way better. Because with the wedding that we had,
oh, God.
And then with Christmas, basically right after that, or sorry, Thanksgiving, God. Because everybody came to our house for Thanksgiving, and then Christmas right after that, and then with now the New Year, you know, you start off the New Year paying rent, which is stupid, and then you know, everything else, and then, you know, just both of our jobs and everything, like everything is like happening so fast within this span of time that we've been married,
right?
That like it's hard to catch up,
right?
So we're gonna be playing catch up, but will
you guys be playing Mustard at all?
You know what? I really like Mustard.
Just regular mustard or
no? I'm
honey
serious.
mustard?
Like I really like mustard. Like,
no, mustard's bomb.
Like I'll put that shit like on my sandwiches, but like not just like a little like like, no way. I'm like that thing's going in, dude. Like.
As it should be.
Yes.
As it should be, because mustard's fire.
What do you put Do you ever get like leftover, say meat and veggies or something like that?
Mm.
Do you put anything on it?
Wait, on some just like leftover veggies, like
No, like some meat and veggies, like like hamburger meat and veggies or something like that. Like
okay.
when after you warm it up, like do you put anything on it?
Oh man,
because I load that shit with mustard, dude. Like, I'm serious.
It really just depends. Like whenever I was whenever I went healthy, like yeah, it was always mustard for everything, dude.
Because when I found out that mustard was a thermogenic and it like helped your metabolism,
yeah,
I was like, fuck it, I love this shit even more now. Just, like, man, I would steal mustard packets sometimes from restaurants that I would go to, just so I would have more mustard.
You know what? I've never done that, but yeah, like I said, when I was doing my health kick, whenever I would do it, I would always grab mustard. Yeah. Dude. Mustard's like, it's just really good. And yeah, like you said, the boosting up your metabolism, that's huge. You know what I mean? Like,
do you like just regular mustard or do you like other mustards too?
I honestly, I've tried honey mustard. Honey mustard's cool. But after a while, it kind of gets, it's just too sweet for me after a while.
Sometimes it depends.
Regular mustard's cool.
It depends on which one it is, though, because certain places have their own kind of honey mustard, or they get it from like a different supplier. So like you're kind of hit and miss with honey mustard. I'll tell you, we were talking about Popeyes earlier. Popeyes has some really good honey mustard.
I've never had their honey mustard.
There's some good ass Louisiana people putting that shit together.
Of course, they better, man.
Yeah. And then like Grey Poupon stuff, you ever had that?
No, don't think so.
Yeah, it's called Grey Poupon, and it's technically a mustard, but like to me, it's kind of like a barbecue sauce, more of that. Because I mean, people put it on their sandwiches, but people like dunk their chicken in it and shit. And
their chicken.
For real, dude. Like people really like just like they'll get a drum
truck,
fucking dump truck. No, but for real, there's people that like get like a drumstick and they'll just like dump it in there, man.
Yeah, that actually sounds fucking amazing right there.
It's pretty good. And then was it the Dijon mustard, like that spicy one?
Oh, I've actually had that before, but I'm not a big spice person.
That shit's good on a hot dog, dude. Hella good.
I can just nod my head. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, do you put mustard on a hot dog?
Yeah.
Do you put ketchup on a hot dog?
Yes.
Oh hell no! What are you doing?
And then you gotta put mayonnaise on the bread too.
What?
Yeah.
Ew.
You never did that shit? Oh my god.
Oh my so god. Good. Leo, I stop at mustard and very rarely relish.
I don't like relish. Not a big relish fan.
I don't like it that much, but like I said, like 3% of the time there's just some relish on there.
Here's the thing though. Like in my time of eating and doing all that stuff, hot dogs.
And you've done your fair share.
I've done my fair share of hot dogs.
Wait, what?
No, but
you heard it here. He's done his fair share of hot dogs.
Oh god. So
you're sick.
Obviously, eating hot dogs a lot.
Gross.
No, but seriously, because hot dogs are pretty cheap, so it's like whenever you need something to like go to, it's like.
Especially those bar S ones.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they taste like shit.
What is in a bar S hot dog?
I don't know. You just throw it in the microwave and watch it just blow up.
Yeah, it's like chicken ass and like pig knuckle.
Pig knuckle.
Parts of the cow. The cow don't even want back.
Yeah, there's like the moose part of it.
Moose knuckles.
Their knuckles.
It's just all the knuckles from random animals.
So
eagle knuckle.
Eagle knuckle. A chicken's nuggets, whatever that is.
Chicky nugs.
Chicken nugget, chicken tendies. But for real though, like they're super cheap and we've always bought them like growing up. So it's like you have to have like a different combination after, so long. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's like I won't throw all three on there all the time. I'll throw some mustard one time, put some ketchup on there. Maybe even a little bit of barbecue sauce. I don't know. Just something random.
Barbecue sauce is good.
I mean, it just really depends. You got to keep it fresh sometimes so that when you're eating hot dogs, it just doesn't go stale.
Yeah, okay. This is the ultimate thing to put on a hot dog.
Oh, a penis? Another hot dog?
Chili.
Oh, yes. How do we forget about chili?
Okay.
God
damn. Have you tried Sonic's chili dogs?
Yes.
Okay, would you rather take Sonic's chili dogs or Wiener Schnitzels?
Oh, damn it. Ooh, that's a close. That's hard, man.
Because there is a difference. Because Sonic's is more chunky.
Okay.
But I think Wiener Schnitzels has more flavor,
Mm.
which is weird.
I actually haven't had a Wiener Schnitzel one in a while.
Wiener Schnitzel?
Wieners.
You can't say Wiener Schnitzel?
Schnitzel? Schnitzel?
Schnitzel.
I don't know what the
Wiener
fuck.
Schnitzel. That's what it's called.
Wiener Schnitzel. Huh? Like that?
No.
Wiener.
Wiener
The
Schnitzel.
Wiener place.
Say it. Schnitzel.
Schnitzel.
Wiener Schnitzel.
America.
I had a friend one time, he couldn't say it, so he said Wiener Schnickels.
I never realized I was saying it wrong, honestly. Like, I don't think I've ever.
Well, I
even
think it's
realized
because most
somebody even
people
said
can't
it
really
right.
say it. That's why.
I guess they just call it the Weenie Hut General.
Weenie Hut Juniors, yeah. Well, sometimes I'll call it that. Oh, you know what's weird? During Christmas time, Wiener Schnitzel has chili cheese tamales.
What the fuck?
I know, and they've had it like the past like 2-3 years. And it's funny, my brother will send me a message saying, "Hey, we gotta try them this year," and we never try them.
Really?
I'm down to try it.
Are they like good?
I don't know. I haven't tried them yet. They've been around for a couple years, so I mean, somebody's eating them.
I guess so. Jeez.
I don't know, but I'm down to try it. I don't know if I'll
Chili?
like it, but I'll try one.
Chili.
I mean, it's
tamale?
2 things I really like. Three things: chili, cheese, and a tamale.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love me some tamales,
That
man.
doesn't sound like it'd be too bad. I wonder what they would like, how they mass produce the masa. Like, do they just buy it from somewhere? Or
No, it's probably not hard.
yeah,
Considering how like everything's made out of corn now.
I guess so.
You know,
Yeah,
it's probably not really hard. And if anything, it's probably already pre-made.
I guess I mean that would make sense. Like, and they probably just come in like a box or something like that, and they just heat it
Yeah.
up or some
They
shit.
just throw it inside the fryer.
Have you
or
ever
whatever.
tried to heat up a tamale after it's been like cold
In
and
the
shit like
microwave?
that? Yeah,
Oh, of course.
it sucks.
Which part? Peeling it off? Peeling off the
No,
leaf?
everything is just like sometimes it'll like come out like sometimes like the middle won't be in like good, or if you just throw it in for too long, then the outside's all
Oh, it gets all
fucking-
hard.
Yeah, it gets all hard and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody knows how to reheat a tamale really well, let me know.
Hit them up on Twitter.
Yeah, hit me up on Twitter at the executioner without the H.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Did you get your fair share of tamales this Christmas?
God, did I? We still have tamales, dude.
Wow, we ran out already.
Dude,
I'm surprised you guys still have
We
some.
had so much that my mom just ended up literally, she literally just made fat ass looking burritos, like
Oh man.
just filled with it. And they're good. Like, don't get me wrong, they're good. And I always like from before, like I'll make like 2 of them because they're kind of smaller, you know?
Sure.
But these ones are fucking huge. I'll just throw on one, throw an egg on it, and just
Ooh.
heat that shit up, man.
My sister-in-law for like the past like couple of years, she said she's been making them fried. The day
Ooh.
after, she'll get the tamale, she'll take off the leaf and everything, and then she'll heat up the oil and dunk it in there, and she'll fry it.
Oh,
And she said her dad has made them that way before. So then when she tried making them, like they came out hella good. And she sent me a picture with like I think it had like salsa on it or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But man, yeah, it looked really good. And then Janet made like her version of it with without the sauce, whatever. But it was still really good.
Wow.
So for anybody that wants to try and reheat it that way, you're probably in a good place because it was really good.
Right. Damn, that sounds so fucking good.
Yeah.
A fried tamale.
What kind of tamales did you guys have?
Fuck, I don't know what it was, honestly.
Was it meat?
Meat.
Oh, just meat, mystery meat. Big old question mark on the leaf.
Yeah, just like a modified mole. Like,
Oh, okay,
I don't know.
yeah.
I really don't know.
Oh, well, that's what Janet's mom made. She made mole, and it was
man.
chicken mole.
Ooh,
And man,
I'm hungry.
I don't know how she makes her mole, dude, but oh, it's so good.
Is it?
Yeah, because it's like just a hint of spice, but then the flavor just fucking gets you right on your tongue, dude.
That's
It's
how you
so
know
good.
mole is good when it does that.
Yeah, hell
Like,
yeah,
you get a
dude.
good little right
Yeah.
there in the nose, you know?
Hell yeah, hell yeah. And then she made the chili and cheese ones, the jalapeno and cheese, and then she made the sweet ones. Do you like the sweet ones?
I guess it just depends on what it is.
It's either she made pineapple ones and then she made strawberry ones.
The strawberry ones are the pink ones, right?
Yeah.
I think I might have had it like a long time ago, but I can't say that I ever had. Maybe the pineapple one I might have had.
Some people make some with raisins in it too, but I'm like, you're just a freak if you like raisins in a tamale. Like
The raisins don't sound good at all.
yeah,
I don't even like.
raisins are already dry as it is, so like, why would you want to put that in a tamale?
Yeah, I don't even like raisins in my raisin bran. Like,
Yeah, I don't even like raisins in my raisins. Like, what the hell?
seriously. Yeah, raisins
But
are
I'm
not
not.
that great.
I don't know, man. Like, I just can't get behind the sweet tamales because I'm more of like a salty snack person anyway.
Right.
So like, with sweets and stuff, like I'm just kind of like, maybe sometimes, but no, man, tamales got to have like some in it. Like that shit's got to fill you up like the right way, not make you feel like, oh man, I just ate a bunch of junk food.
No, I guess I can understand that, but I mean, I would just say that tamales don't even fill me up anyway. I feel like the masa just like, it's just like, it's not filling. Like it's just literally, it just puts me to sleep and that's it.
I don't know what it is
I
about
eat the
tamales.
inside instead.
I don't know what it is about tamales, but you can eat like 50 of them and you're still like, okay, I'm good now. But in about an hour,
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat about like 6 more.
And then you can't shit for 5 days because you're just
Oh my
backed
god,
up.
dude!
Like
But that day that you're eating all the tamales, like you're just shitting, out your ass like crazy, dude.
well, I would hope you shit out your ass and not anywhere else.
That's true. And then, we went to well, let's fuck it. We'll talk about Christmas. What'd you do for Christmas?
Cremit? We just had it here. We just had everybody come by. We had my mom's boyfriend came down with his son Steven. They're super cool. Like they just really like enhance the experience of just having, more people at, within, your Christmas family and whatnot.
Yeah.
So everything like that was like super cool. We just, like I said, we ended up eating tamales, and my mom just ended up cooking a bunch of eggs on the tamales and stuff like that.
Nice.
We had a shit ton of popcorn because you know how you go to the store and you buy those holiday popcorn things that have like,
oh man,
the cheese popcorn, regular,
yeah,
salted.
I got heat with those popcorn tins.
Oh no!
Okay.
What's wrong?
Now, when you were a kid, you'd get the popcorn tin and you hated it because you're like, I wanted toys. I don't want popcorn. Okay, but then you'd find yourself where you're watching Home Alone or something like that, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna bust out this popcorn. So I remember getting the popcorn and it being the cardboard thingy, and it went 3 ways, right? It had separation for 3.
Right.
And inside was loose popcorn. Okay. It was the caramel.
Mm-hmm.
It was the cheese one.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was butter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, most of the times now when you get these, it's not cardboard separator. And if it is, there's still like a plastic bag holding the popcorn. And when you open it up, there's caramel. There's really bad flavored cheese ones. And plain. Not butter, but just plain. Like no salt, no anything. And I've gotten at least 2 of those within the past couple years where I'd get that for Christmas. And I'm like, okay, first of all, the cheese ones are the ones I really want. And they taste like ass.
Yeah.
You get the caramel ones and it's way less because the bag instead of just the loose popcorn. And then who the hell wants plain popcorn? I want some salt or give me the butter, something. But
well, I mean, I hate to break your rant here, but I don't think I've ever seen a canister like that.
really,
Seriously, like the ones that we ended up getting had the separator but no plastic. We had the kettle corn, bullshit, the
brown
caramel
one.
one, yeah.
the brown one.
And then it obviously had the cheese one, which tasted fire as fuck. And then the regular one it wasn't, I don't know what it would have been, but like if you were to rub your hands on it and stuff like that, it like comes off as white. It's like it's a cheese, but it's like
a white cheddar?
Yeah, it's like a white cheddar pretty much, yeah. So, and those ones I even seen the next day at Target, when everything goes on sale, everything was like 50% off.
Hell yeah.
So I was like, yeah, so honestly, I don't know what you're talking about. And I can't agree with you there because everything that I had was actually super solid. So,
well, that's bullshit then. Who the hell's giving me these shitty popcorn tins?
I know it's probably the same person every year because they know
dude.
fucking hate it.
What's funny is like I never remember seeing a name tag on it. It's probably just where like whoever buys them just buys a whole bunch of them and just gives them to everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So there's no like name, there's no evidence, you know?
Right.
So I think next year I'm gonna try to like remember who it was and just be like, it's you. Where are you getting these shitty popcorn tins from?
It's you, Derek. We all knew it all along.
Yeah. No, he gave me a pretty cool present because it was on our registry for our wedding.
Oh, nice, nice.
So yeah, at least we can narrow down 2 people that are off the list, him and his wife. So at least we know it wasn't them.
I really hope it's your dad.
Oh, that would be shitty, dude.
He probably went and he was probably drunk as hell. Like, I'll get him one of these.
You know, I didn't know what to get my dad for Christmas because every year, like, I don't know, it feels like every year, like, I get him clothes, like a shirt or sweater, jacket, whatever. Yeah. And I can attest to this. Okay, last year, I got him 2 pretty nice, like warm sweaters, like they're fleece. And the zipper doesn't go all the way down, and it's got like a collar, you know, it goes to like the chest, you know.
Gotcha.
I got him 2 of them, a brown one and a blue one. Never wore them.
Just sold them for beer.
No, they're still sitting there with the tags on them.
With the tags on them?
With the tags still on them.
Jeez.
Okay, the year before that, I bought him this really, really nice Jeff Gordon jacket, like a race jacket.
Yeah, I think I remember.
And with a matching hat.
Oh yeah, I remember you do telling me.
Hasn't worn the jacket ever.
Really?
Yeah. He finally started wearing the hat, but I think it's because his other hat got fucked up. But
so that means you got to take his current jacket and fuck it up.
I guess so. Either that or all his sweaters, I got to fuck those up just so he can wear the other ones.
Take them all and hide them.
Yeah,
and he's gonna have no choice but to wear Jeff Gordon.
See, the thing is like he'll still wear it. Like he'll still wear the fucked up ones. Like I know he will because he's got a sweater that he's got like a hole in it right here on his shoulder, and it looks like somebody like fucking shot him in the shoulder, dude. But it's because that's where he grabs it when he's taking it off. You know? But anyway, what was I saying? Hat, jacket.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I think the year before that, I got him a couple t-shirts. Haven't seen those either.
Jeez.
So this year I just said, fuck it.
Fuck it.
And I got him just a fucking case of beer.
Yeah, fuck it.
At least I know he's going to use that.
Yeah, I know, right? Still sitting there.
Yeah. What'd you get for Christmas?
I got that computer chip I was telling you about, the NVMe SSD that it cost like $50-$60, so it wasn't like I wasn't splurging or wasn't asking for really anything much. I ended up getting that, and then we ended up doing a Secret Santa where we all picked whatever, and apparently my sister Maddie, the middle one, the
one I didn't know about,
the one you didn't know about until we were like 20. She got me, and she ended up getting me this bed set that I have right now. This
about time you change your sheets. Fuck.
I always have like random ass sheets, and they're just like
none of them match.
None of them match or anything like that. And I have been meaning to buy some, but like I said earlier, you know, I'm not the my finances were always pretty trash. I'd rather go buy a fucking burger from In-N-Out than get some damn sheets. I guess that's pretty shitty, but oh well.
Yeah, shitty sheets.
Shitty sheets. So yeah, I ended up getting that, and I got some sweaters. Oh, and then what did I get? Oh, and then we also did White Elephant, and I ended up getting a blanket, like a little like fuzzy little blanket or whatever.
You know, speaking of blankets, what I wanted for Christmas, or fuck it, I'll take it for my birthday too. One of those weighted blankets. You ever seen those?
I think so.
Like the blanket has a lot of weight in it.
Oh, that's right. Right.
We saw some, I think it maybe like Walmart or JCPenney or whatever.
Somebody was telling me about that recently. Was that you? Or were you telling me?
It might have been. But anyway, the ones we saw were like 10 to 12 pound blankets.
Okay.
And man, dude, I would knock the hell out with those. And then my driver for work, he was telling me that he got one, and it's a 15-pound blanket.
Dang,
and he's like, dude,
15 pounds.
Yeah, and he's like, dude, you know what it feels like? It feels like when you go to the dentist and they're gonna do X-rays on you, and they put that weighted lead vest on you. He's like, that's what it felt like, but like all over. He's like, that thing tucks you in by itself. Like, there's no tucking in needed at all.
Dang, that actually sounds pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Because one of the things I was thinking of when whoever was, I think it might have been you that was talking about it. It's kind of like when somebody lays on you, you know what I mean, or lays on your back. or
Yeah.
something like that while you're
Yeah.
laying down. And that feels like great. For some random ass reason, all this weight, it just makes you feel nice and comfortable. It could be just because it's like your security blanket pretty much, you know, it's like you feel like you're more secure that way.
Sure.
So I mean, I guess I could see how that works, but yeah, a weighted blanket, that actually sounds pretty great. It's like they just go up to different weights. You just get like a 100-pound weighted blanket.
Yo,
You just
I was thinking of that too. Like,
I can't breathe.
I was thinking of that. Like, what if you had like a 50 to 100 pound one? It just feels like a little kid's just sitting on you like all night long, dude.
Oh, dude, you imagine like waking up in the morning and then taking it off, but then the rest of the day just feels like you have a fucking big ass fucking blanket on you the whole time.
Yeah.
Dude,
That'd be awesome. I would love that
would
because
totally suck.
because I have a hard enough time like trying to sleep anyway.
Yeah.
So like I think that'd really help me out.
That does sound like it would really help you out.
Yeah. So what else did you get?
Shit. I think that was it.
Really?
Got a couple things. Yeah. I mean, the main thing that I really wanted was just that NVMe SSD that just makes my computer run.
You even saying
fucking
words right now? Like
fast and shit. Yeah, I know. I don't even know what NVMe stands for. Like new variety.
MV M or N?
N as in new. V as in Viagra. M as in
It's Robert Loggia.
oh my god, it's Robert Loggia. I was just about to say that.
Mary, look, it's Robert Loggia.
And then E as in
Everybody look, it's Robert Loggia.
Pretty much, yeah. So and I really didn't know what the hell it meant or what it was, but shout out to my homie Rafa who kept telling me
Who?
Rafa.
Oh, okay.
It was Raphael, but
Oh.
everyone just calls him Rafa.
The turtle?
I always want to call him Grafa. I don't know why, but it just sounds stupid. Anyways, yeah, he's like big fucking nerd, and that's like the best thing you can have, knowing somebody that's like a professional fucking nerd.
Yeah,
You know?
hell yeah.
And he's probably like fucking
I have
like
one of those.
He's probably
Except I just don't use them.
he's probably thinking right now as he's listening, like, the fuck, Chris? That's not even funny. Like, yes, it is, bitch.
But it's so true.
No, he's actually really cool. He was actually the one that helped me get those T-Pain tickets for you.
Oh,
Did
hey,
we-
yo, Raphael the Turtle, you're dope, man. Thank you for those. Appreciate it.
Seriously, that was a fucking hassle to get, man.
Oh, I bet it was.
But yeah, so that thing is a absolute fucking beast. And I guess, yeah, that was really it, man. I honestly wasn't like, I wasn't looking forward to anything. I mean, I also haven't seen my dad yet either. So
Oh, so you got like
I
probably
got
something over there.
present on the way, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so something there. So, I mean, again, like I don't even really like celebrate Christmas for what it is. It's just, to me, it was just more like gifts giving and just getting together with the family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's all it really was for me. I'm not really a big deal. But yeah, what about you? What did you do? Did you get anything good?
Hell yeah. Should have just been like, hell no.
I didn't get shit. Next.
No, what did I get? Like, I really don't pay attention to stuff that I get because I'm more of like a gift giver.
I
Like,
gotcha.
Like, don't
You're
worry
a
about
giver.
Yeah, I'm a giver.
All right, Janik.
Hell yeah.
You got a good one.
Hell yeah. like no, even when it comes to like my birthday, like I really don't be like, oh, get me this or whatever.
Mm.
Like I'm just like, yo, if you want to come hang out, like that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
What did I get? Well, I got a bunch of candy and shit like that. Got a gift card to Pismo's.
Ooh, Pismo.
And apparently that guy owns Westwoods and some other restaurant here in town. And apparently that one, like all of them are like hella good. Well, obviously Pismo's is hella
I
good.
gotcha.
But apparently Westwoods and that other one is like super, super good too. But then I also got yo, what's going on out there?
That's called parenting.
Yo, that's called control your kid, dude.
No, seriously. Travieso.
Hopefully next week this doesn't happen.
Dude,
But it
you're
probably
telling
will.
me, dude.
Jeez. Anyway, what else did I get?
You know what this reminds me of? I have to bring this up because I just saw it on
Okay.
Twitter when that the senator, I think it was like a senator or whatever the hell he was, some dumbass politician. He's like on like global news or something like that, and he's talking into the camera and stuff like that, and he's like in his little office, and then all of a sudden the kids start running into the room from it's like one kid comes running in with this the stupid little cradle thing that you sit in and it helps you walk and has
Yeah.
the wheels on it and shit. And so like one of them runs in and then another one runs in right behind it. And then I guess it's the guy's wife. She comes running in. She comes like she's trying to like she's in a blind panic, dude. She's like, "Oh my god, he's like live on TV right now. Here's these kids like running into the room." So she's grabbing them and she's like trying to pull them out, and they're all crying. And so while she's pulling out the kid on the fucking wheels, she's trying to get the other kid, and just ends up dragging her out like by the arm, just good, like as she's like hitting everything on the fucking floor. And then also she gets everybody out, the door's still wide open, and then she comes back on her knees and she just grabs the door and she just closes it. Dude, she's in a blind panic, dude. It was so bad. That's how this feels a little bit. I'm gonna have to drag that kid by his legs or something.
Record it and then record it in the same way.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
so bad. Anyway,
Yeah. Oh, my cousin, he started making like his own beef jerky recipes.
Ooh,
So he gave me a mason jar full of that.
damn.
Okay. Here's two of my favorite ones. As a kid, Power Rangers was my everything back then. Okay.
Good old Power Ranger.
My brother got me a windshield shade.
Oh,
And it looks like all 5 of the Power Rangers are inside the Megazord.
oh shit.
So it'll look like, my car is like the Megazord, as if they were piloting the Megazord.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I was like, holy shit, like this is cool. Like this is a cool gift.
Right.
Okay. But my mom, she won this year. Okay. I've been looking forever in her garage and in her middle bedroom for this cup that I used to have about like, I don't know, at 4 years old and on. It was about maybe like a 44-ounce cup, and it was a sport bottle one. So it had that like a handle on the end.
Oh.
And then it screws on top, and then it's got the straw that just sticks out, and it's got the little cap that goes whoop just right over it.
Oh yeah.
Everybody had those back then, and everybody gave them away for jogathons or shit like that. Okay?
Yeah.
But see, now here's the difference. Instead of it just being the lid, it was the lid, and it had the straw. But over that was a Green Ranger helmet.
What?
Yeah.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
And it was like legit molded onto the cup where like it's heavy. Like this thing could take a bump. Okay. And then on the front of the cup was like a drawing, like a portrait of all 6 of the Rangers and their action poses and stuff.
What?
And it says Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on it.
What the fuck?
And dude,
I remember those.
Yes, I'm showing them a picture right now.
Damn.
She found one online.
What?
And
For like $2,000?
because I'm pretty sure my dad probably accidentally threw it away when he was moving.
Yeah, probably.
Because I have not been able to find it.
Wow.
So she found it online somewhere, and I was looking at it, and in the corner and everything has the correct year. The Power Ranger helmet has the correct year and everything.
Holy shit.
So I don't know where the heck she found it, because I've been looking for it for myself.
Really?
Like, for a while, dude.
Huh.
And I've only been able to find this other kind where it's the Green Ranger helmet, but it's smaller, and it looks like the coffee tumblers that everybody gets.
Oh, okay, I got
And I'm like, that's not the right one,
That's
because
not
this
the
is
one.
like old school workout cups, like
Yeah.
fucking pink lemonade for moms while they're watching their kids play soccer kind of cups. And I wanted to find it so bad, but I couldn't. And
Jeez,
out of nowhere, dude, she found this
clutch.
thing.
You
Yeah.
call her Mr. Clutch.
Yeah. So Emilio, give her
Your
the shirt, please, because you didn't come in clutch as good as mom with the Green Ranger cup, dude.
That's just crazy right there. I mean, especially you've been looking for that thing for a long ass time.
years, dude.
Yeah.
It's been years.
And it's so funny because like sometimes like, you always hear from people like, you need to throw your stuff away. You're not going to use it or anything like that. But it's like, man, years later, you're going to be looking for certain shit like that. And it's like, there it is, that now you're going to see now.
Because somewhere down the road, like it's going to spark in your head because you're going to be watching something or reading something, and you're going to be like,
it's going to be worth value.
Where is that thing at? Or you see something on TV and they're like, this cup is now worth $45. You're like, fuck, I got a $45 cup somewhere.
Hell
Where the hell's my $45 cup? And then you can't find it, and it's heartbreaking almost, because first of all, like I said, Power Rangers was fucking everything, dude.
Oh, big
so
time.
So and then for me not to be able to find it, oh man, because the one that I had probably had a lot of the green taken off because I took it everywhere with me, and yeah, it's probably all beat up. But to have a brand new one, I almost don't want to put anything in it.
Right.
And until I find maybe like one or two more, and then I can actually use them, or at least use one, and then have like one on the waiting deck, and then have another one in pristine condition.
Did you ask her where she found it?
She said online. She doesn't remember like the website, but I'm sure I can find it if she got it. Oops, accidentally hit mute. But if she has, like the confirmation email, then yeah, I can probably find it.
Yeah, dude. That's awesome. Yeah.
Did you see it at New Year's? It was on top of my refrigerator.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, I was so fucking drunk then.
Yo, that party was something else.
Damn it. Yeah. I don't remember it, but the next time I go over, I'll definitely have to
yeah,
because
I have shelving or cabinets over my fridge that goes all the way to over the kitchen, or sorry, over the kitchen sink.
Gotcha.
And I have like some things on top of there that I don't want to put inside the bottom cabinets.
Okay.
And it doesn't fit on top of there. It will if I take out the straw, but then it's like I'm just gonna leave the straw there. It's like stupid.
Right. You're gonna lose the straw too. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, exactly. So then I was just like, all right, well, it fits on my fridge until I find somewhere else to put it.
Right.
But yeah, man. So hey, how about we take this chance to take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about that New Year's party that I had.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that sounds actually really good. That's gonna be a good one. That was a good party.
Hell yeah! And then I got like a little bit of New Year's questions after that. That'll kind of tie this whole episode about Christmas and New Year's together, and prove that the Good Times Podcast is back.
Yeah.
So we'll see you on the other side.
Damn right. And we're back here on the Good Times Podcast, right after that nice little break there. Whether it's I don't think we're gonna be doing a commercial, a little, and then we're all way back.
Some kind of sound effect or noise, yeah, whatever it is.
Something that makes you feel good inside. You know what I mean? Like a good old, one of those in there.
Yeah,
that's a transition right there.
No, that'd be a dope ass transition noise. No, so New Year's, I had a New Year's Eve party.
Oh yes, you did.
Was it called New Year's Eve party or is it New Year's party?
It's a new. I don't know.
Because I just say New Year's.
Yeah, it's a New Year's party.
Yeah, because Janet's side of the family kind of got confused on this stuff because we're like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a New Year's party, and they expected like on New Year's Day.
Oh like, my god!
Like, why would I party on New Year's Day? Like,
okay, that's just an old person thing. There's no way that, because if you were to tell anybody below the age of 35,
presumably that they would understand that it's not on the day, like that night going into the second. Yeah, I mean, you'd hope so, but
I mean, could you imagine if like David showed up the next day, like, hey, how's it going? You guys ready to party?
People just laying out.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so I had a New Year's Eve party, I guess, for clarification. At my house. I got a good sized backyard, so I knew it was going to be able to hold a good amount of people.
Yeah.
We had 2 fire thingies going, and then whoever wanted to stay inside, because it wasn't even that cold that day. Like
it wasn't actually.
Because it was colder during the week.
Right.
Because it got down super low to where, like, even inside the house, like, I could see my breath. I'm over here. And it's like,
I never got
wow,
like that cold. Maybe I did, but I slept through that part or something.
Or you were working.
Yeah, that too.
But yeah, so it was really cold during the rest of the week, and then for New Year's Eve, like, it was perfect, man. Like, it wasn't even that cold. And then Janet made pozole with her mom's recipe. And then we had, just a bunch of snacks, dude. Just tons of chips and stuff like that. And then, of course, we had to have the booze.
Well, before we get to the booze, the pozole was fucking good.
Yeah, she did a good job, man.
You guys have any more?
Yes, we do. There's still some, yeah.
All right.
I'm giving my brother some tomorrow.
Okay.
And then, yeah, we still got some. So if you want some, come get some, man. But better make it quick because it's going to be gone fast.
It was really fucking good. And I just remember having it when I was like super fucking on at that point.
Yeah. Like it was like hella good. Like when you're eating it first, we were eating outside. And we're like, man, this is good. And then like after like a bunch of booze, you're just like, fuck, this is good.
Fudge.
This real long fuck.
It was really fucking good. But yeah, and then we did have the booze too, for sure.
Yeah, what'd you bring?
I ended up bringing pack of Coronas.
Yeah.
Corona.
Hell
It
yeah.
was Rona season, bro.
Yeah,
Full send, cuz.
You know, I don't. Okay, I had this discussion with somebody, and okay, say somebody's like a real beer snob, okay, and you invite them to your party, and you offer them, hey man, you want a beer, and or you want a Bud Light, and they'll be like, ugh, you drink that stuff? Why do you drink that? This sucks. And then they go off because they drink craft beers, and, IPAs and all that other
Gotcha.
XYZs and bullshit. Okay, and it's gotten to the point now to where those beer snobs are even beer snobs with other beer snobs. Where it's like, oh, hey, you want to try, I don't know, my Mountain IPA?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh,
What?
you drink Mountain IPA? It's all about like, fucking Pismo Beach IPA. It's all about, It's like, no way, dude. Like, that one sucks because you can't eat it or you can't drink it when you eat this. No. Who gives a fuck? It's beer. Like, you're drinking beer to get fucked up, man. You're not drinking beer to scientifically break this shit down to tell me what kind of chemical compounds are going on inside your tongue. Nobody gives a fuck. You just drink it to have a good time.
No, I absolutely agree because that's kind of crazy. I don't think I've ever met any beer snobs that are actually beer snobs to other beer snobs or anything like that. But
I've seen it. I've heard it.
I mean, I've seen people that would be like, oh, hey, you drink IPAs? Yeah, me too. Like, cool. Like, it's like a little IPA club or something like that.
Sure.
A little secret club,
Yeah, like I feel like if it was more going towards, hey, I like this Mountain IPA. Oh, great. Have you tried the Pismo Beach IPA?
Yeah.
It's like, no, I haven't. Here you go. Try it.
Try it.
Oh, it's not for me. I'll stick with my Mountain one. Oh, okay. Well, let me try your Mountain one. Hey, this is pretty good. Like, if it was more civilized, well, nothing's civilized anymore, man. Because everybody just likes to argue with each other.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we'll get off of that. We'll go back to the New Year's Eve party. You brought the Corona. Somebody else brought, I think, some Modelo's. Let's see, what else was there? Somebody brought wine, but we didn't even touch that.
Oh, there was wine?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And then I still have some sparkling wine left over from my wedding too. There's 2 bottles inside the thing. Janet bought some Buchanan's, or as the Mexicans say, Buchanan's.
Buchanan?
What is it with Beaners and the Buchanas, man?
I don't know, man.
It's like the only thing like you'll see at parties. They're just like shoving it down each other's throats, dude. It's crazy.
It's like the natty ice of or natty light of everything.
It's like the official drink of paisas or something, dude. Yeah. Oh, hang on, real quick. I just thought of this. For the beer snobs, my uncle gave me I don't know how big it is, like a 30-pack, I guess, of Bud Light. I had it there at the party, but like nobody touched it because there was so much other stuff.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, my cousin's wife was giving out the presents, and she's like, "Oh, this one's for Sal." Does like the entire Sanchez family like not like good beer? Do they only like bad beers? And see, she didn't come to my wedding because she had to work because she got a new job.
Okay.
And man, I came this close to saying, "Well, we had good beers at the wedding, but you wouldn't know because you didn't show up." But I didn't say it just because I didn't want to piss her off because whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway,
confrontation there.
Yeah. Because I don't know how she would have taken it. But anyway,
she just walks out.
She just leaves Christmas. Yeah.
Fuck you.
But anyway, so yeah, we had the Buchanans, and then we had I think somebody brought like a little thing of Fireball. I don't like Fireball, man. Like Fireball just doesn't sit well with me. And then let's see. We had a thing of vodka there. We had like 2 things of tequila because Janet's dad brought the tequila, the Centenario.
Oh, jeez.
And then I had my Gentleman Jack Daniels.
Yeah, that was good.
And yeah, because we did that game No Caritas.
Oh, yeah.
And you're not supposed to make a face when you take your shot of whatever. So me, you, and I think David had the Gentleman. And then everybody else had their tequilas, limes, and good times, or whatever else they had.
Yeah.
And so, oh man, I was really hoping that one of them would crack because they're like taking the tequila. But,
yeah, seriously, dude.
Because I knew the Gentleman's real smooth. So I think you guys had a shot before, so you knew how smooth it was too. So
I mean, I've had Gentleman Jacks
Oh
gentleman
no,
jack
my bad.
before-
It was Tony and David. I had that one with this.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it was before you got there.
Oh, so you guys did it twice?
No. I gave them a shot before. We didn't play that
okay,
game
gotcha,
yet, though.
gotcha.
But I feel like maybe if we would have made it to where you can't have a lime or you can't have a chaser.
Oh yeah, see that would have made more sense then.
Because I didn't have a chaser at the time.
I never have
Because it's
chaser.
like you got to drink it and then like last 5 seconds. So I don't know, but we could have got somebody if we really tried. I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like.
dude. I was really hoping because I mean, after that first one, oh man, it only gets rougher from there,
for sure.
dude. Rough like a dog, you know, rough,
For sure.
for sure.
Yeah, and then you brought s'mores or stuff to make s'mores.
yeah.
You brought
I
the S sticks and the chocolate and the marshmallows and the graham crackers. Dude, we still got 2 boxes of graham crackers at the house.
Damn, but the graham crackers are fire, dude.
I feel like I'm gonna be like a little kid, just eating, like having snack time.
You're
It's
like,
time for num nums.
You know what's funny? That reminds me of a friend of mine that I had that I've known for a long ass time. He's fucking stupid, man. So we were I used to I guess I still have one, but I used to have this sleeping bed pad. So if anybody ever
Puppy pad.
yeah. So if anybody were ever stayed at night, I'd be like, hey, you know, here you go. It's what basically Fernie sleeps on at this point. So I used to have one like a long time ago. I was probably like 13 or 14. He was like about a year older than me, so around like 14, 15. So he's laying on the floor, and I'm like, I'm going to sleep. And I go to sleep, and I ended up waking up the next day, and dude, he goes, like, I wake up and I look over, and he has like all kinds of crumbs and just shit all over him, dude. Like, and I'm like, what the fuck? And he wakes up and he's like, hey, dude, he's like, sorry, you know, I got really hungry last night, and I just went into your kitchen and I got some Cheez-Its, and I just started eating them, you know, like,
Yeah.
and dude, it was so funny because like he had it like everywhere,
Jeez.
and he ended up getting up, and there was just
Jeez.
like Cheez-Its all over the fucking bed, dude. Like what the fuck did you do? Did you like pour them on the bed and lay in it? You're like,
Just rolling around in it.
you know, like
Like
you're
the
a
kid from
damn
Big
dog.
Daddy.
Yeah,
All right, enough.
I got some pretty fucking,
Lay.
I got some pretty funny stories about that guy, but
That's
holy
awesome.
shit, dude, that is hilarious.
Yeah. So back to the party. Tangents.
Tangents.
There's a lot of stuff I don't remember because Janet's telling me about it, and I'm like, I don't remember that. I don't remember that either. Okay, here's the funniest one. Okay, her friend from school came by like later in the evening, like way later in the evening, and she was coming from, I think, a dance party or something like that. And so when she got there, I'm walking through the house, and they're just like, oh, hey, she's here. I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? Gave her a hug, whatever. And I went in the bathroom. I had to take a big shit. So then by the time I come out, she's gone. I'm like, oh, what the heck? She didn't even stay that long. And they're like, you were in there a long ass time. I was like, was that shit that long?
Was
like,
it
like
that-
I don't feel like it was like that long of a shit.
Man.
Average, you know, what is it, like 10 minutes? You know, you probably spend there because you're on your phone too. 10, 15 minutes, but plus
Dude,
it's
she
a
was
drunk
there.
shit.
Well, she was there longer than that because I ended up dancing with her for a little.
Okay,
bit.
see, she told me that, and I was like, I was gonna ask you if you remember dancing with her in
Yeah,
the
I
kitchen.
remember dancing with her. Yeah.
Okay, so then, dude, it couldn't have been that long. I could not have been in there that long. If you remember dancing with her,
I don't even know. Like, honestly, like that sounds like you were in there for quite some time, man. You
dude,
sure
they
you
make
didn't
it
fall
sound.
asleep?
They make it no. They make it sound like I was in there for like an hour or something.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's like an hour. I mean, at tops, like max is like 40 minutes.
But
That's
there's
like-
no way I would
That's
be
like
in there that long. either.
extreme. Like if I were really thinking, like if I'm really thinking about it, it has to be like below 30 minutes. But yeah,
Because the shit would have dried on my butthole by then.
you would have got like good old dingleberries in there and like
It would have been worse than Dingleberry. It would have had crust ass.
crusty the ass.
Crusties. Yeah. So there's no way that I was in there that long. Like, I think I
at
swear
that
to
point,
God.
I was pretty fucking drunk. So
Well, me too, but but like I don't black out. See, that's the thing. So it's like if I sit somewhere, like I'm not just gonna like instantly
Yeah.
shut down
right,
because we were sitting outside most of the time. So you know, like I was fine,
right.
but I don't know. Anyway, like another thing I don't remember is like when certain people like left or yeah, basically like when they left because I remember when David and his group left,
Mm-hmm.
but then like my sister-in-law, don't remember her leaving at all. My mother-in-law and father-in-law, don't remember them leaving at all.
Mm.
And then all of a sudden, like I remember sitting there and we were playing like some old school like hip hop and stuff.
Yeah.
And then Janet filmed a video on Snapchat, and it's Egyptian Lover, and it's me like dancing on the table, and I'm just like, I mix so fast, I scratch so sweet, and I'm like, I don't remember singing that at all. I don't remember hearing that song at all. This is
Holy
weird.
shit.
Yeah, it was just totally weird to see like me in action.
You got pretty fucking fucked up. Like, but you were having a good ass time. Like, it wasn't like one of those like, you know, you get fucked up and you're just like, yeah, no, you were having a pretty good ass time. That's for
Because
sure.
and then she was telling me too that like every so often I'd be walking into the house and I'd just be all dancing and shit. I'm like, wow, that's weird because like I usually don't do that.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. You had a really good ass time. It was like, you know, once you get
fun.
married, everything changes, I guess.
Well, I don't gotta impress anybody, and I don't gotta be afraid of losing anything. Because if she was just my girlfriend at the time, you're like, yo,
man,
chill out, man.
Calm down,
Don't
man.
dance in front of her like that.
Yeah, if you
You
did,
know?
she ain't gonna marry me.
Yo, chill out. Don't be grabbing her ass in front of your family.
Yeah, that all happened for sure. Like I don't.
So do you remember a lot?
Yeah, I mean, I would say so at least. The one thing I don't remember is when your sister-in-law left. No, the first one when she left, I remember that.
Which one?
Blanca.
Okay, when she left?
I remember when she left.
I don't remember her leaving.
Yeah, I remember when she left. I'm trying to think, what were you doing at that time?
Depends. Well, it depends
You know
on
what?
what time she left.
You might have just been cleaning up in the backyard or something like that when that happened.
Yeah. Okay, see, I remember cleaning up. Okay, dude, I could not have been that gone if I'm cleaning up my backyard.
Well, no, I mean, it's not that you were gone. It's like you were just like having a really good ass time, honestly.
Yeah,
Like,
but I mean, like, I couldn't have been that gone to where if I was cleaning up my backyard and then I go take a shit, or if I took a shit before that, like, you know, like, power would have been off, you know?
right. I don't know, dude. I don't know. That's the only thing I could think of because I don't know where else you would have been besides.
Unless you left while I was taking a shit.
Yeah, I guess. You know, you're in there for like 3 hours.
Yeah,
You know?
well, that's what everybody said. Oh my god, man! Like
You
it's.
weren't in there that long.
I
but,
know.
I mean, I do remember Janet's friend. She was there for a while, but I mean, yeah.
Hell yeah. But yeah, and then man, I'm trying to think of like what other stuff she was telling me, but see, I can't remember right now because. Oh, okay. Hang on. I'm gonna tell you this. Technically, I was supposed to go to work at 4 a.m.
Oh man!
But my boss can suck a big egg because there's no way that I'm having a New Year's Eve party and then going to work at 4 a.m. on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Nobody's going to work on New Year's Day at 4 a.m. Okay, everybody is destroyed.
That includes that guy, whoever scheduled you too.
Oh, her. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
guarantee you that there's no way that she was awake at 4 a.m.
Oh, definitely not.
So I set an alarm for 4:45 because I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll go in at 5 or whatever. So went to sleep for a little bit and then woke up and then I was just like, fuck it. I set my alarm for like 7 o'clock.
Damn.
I was like, there's no, and then plus I had to drive all the way to Selma.
Oh.
So I'm like, there's no way I'm going to Selma for this, dude. No, nobody wants to buy Doritos at 4 a.m. on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Because guess what? New year, new me, healthy goals, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Right.
Doritos are not healthy. No chips are healthy. Sorry.
Yeah.
So then I finally like crawl out of bed and then Janet makes me some eggs and some gives me some of the bread that her mom brought from
dude,
Texas
that
Roadhouse.
bread was so good.
Texas Roadhouse bread is bomb,
I had
dude.
a billion of those, dude.
I know because the bag was full and then like right now there's only like 4 breads left in that bag. Yeah.
She was passing them out, man. Everyone was taking some.
Because we needed them.
Yeah. That helped out a lot.
But yeah, so I finally get there and I'm waiting for her to finish the eggs and I'm, you know, dressed or whatever, ready for work. And I'm sitting on the couch and I'm like, hey, when you come this way, bring me 2 Tylenol and a thing of water, like the big cup of water. And she's like, oh, you got a headache? I'm like, no, but I can kind of feel one coming on if I don't eat this right now and if I
Yeah.
go to work, you know. So so I finally go to work, whatever. I get to work like 7:45ish to the store in Selma, and that Walmart dude, man, like I've never seen. It literally looks like if they were to take all the chips off of the entire aisle, and then just put like 25 to 30 bags just in random places. That's what it looked like.
Holy shit.
That's what it looked like. So then I get back there. There's 3 carts to work, and guess what? Fucking after doing all 3 of the fucking carts, it still looked like shit, dude.
Damn.
Like it still looks like somebody just, came and bought everything.
Dude, what the fuck?
And I had to leave it that way because there's nothing else I could do.
Yeah.
There's nothing else I could do. So then I go to my next store, and then my last store is a Food for Less that's right across the street from that Walmart.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know what happened, but thank God, because I guess the workers there at Food for Less decided to pull stuff up and then kind of like turn stuff around and I guess make their store look nice.
Yeah.
Because they probably had nothing else to do.
And actually give a fuck.
Yeah. Well, no, they probably had nothing else to do.
Yeah, that too.
Nobody's coming in and buying stuff, at fucking 2 a.m,
That's true. That's true.
And by the grace of God, man, I got home and I got home early because, whoever helped that Food for Less, because I didn't have to do much really.
Okay.
And what took me the longest time, dude, I took like 4 shits while I was at work. I took 2 shits just at Walmart. Those fucking beer shits, man.
Oh, the beer shits are the worst.
So I took 2 shits there. As soon as I got to my other store, I took a shit there. And then when I was done with Food for Less, I took a shit there too. And I'm like, man, and on the top of it all up, I took a shit before I left my house too. No, 2 shits. I took 2 shits before I left my house. And I was like, man, I only had 2 bowls of soda. Like, there's no way this happens.
Yeah.
I was like, unless it's the Bugles or something. Because
Bugles?
I had some Bugles while I was, drinking too.
Oh,
so.
okay.
And there's no way it was the Bugles. I'm sure.
The Buggles?
Yeah. But then, what time did you leave?
I ended up leaving at like 2:30, I believe. It was like literally right after you guys went to sleep. Oh, actually, it was like 2:45 because I went and checked how much the lift was, and it was like their power surge time, like times a billion.
Oh,
so it came out to like $35.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck that, I'm just gonna wait. So I waited like 10 minutes and I looked back and it was like $20. I was like, fuck it, I don't give a damn. I'm just gonna go home.
At least it's not 30. But you say $10.
And so I'm actually on the way home, right? And I'm talking to the guy, and he's like, I'm telling him like, oh yeah. He's like, how much did it cost you to get this ride? And I was like, it's about $20. He's like, oh, okay. He's like, that's really good. He's like, because literally like an hour ago, I drove some chick home and she said that she paid $70 for the ride.
Holy
dude.
shit.
$70 fucking dollars.
Damn.
That's ridiculous. I don't know who your man's is and what credit card you had, if it was your daddy or whatever, but jeez, like that's some
hopefully
$70.
Yeah, hopefully that wasn't just like a New Year's booty call, man, because that's an expensive ass of ass. So that's an expensive piece of ass.
Yeah, expensive piece of ass.
Damn.
Seriously,
$70.
$70,
Fuck
dude.
that, dude. You might as well buy a car for that.
A $70 car.
Yo, take the ticket. Fuck it.
Yeah, and then I ended up getting home and I couldn't get inside, dude.
Oh, please tell this. This is awesome.
I'm not gonna tell the whole thing.
Oh, please.
I'm not gonna tell the whole thing.
Oh my
No
God.
way. I couldn't get all
If
I know
we ever
is,
get a Patreon, would you tell it?
yeah, if we got a Patreon.
Okay.
Pay me and I'll tell you the full story.
Yes, please. You guys
But-
got to get this story out of them. It's awesome.
All I know is that I got home and I completely forgot that my car has the clicker for the garage, and then on top of that, we just got a new lock on the very outside of the thing, and I had to use this little like fucking this little pick or whatever to get inside the top one. And dude, I'm just so fucking drunk. I cannot do this fucking pick, right? And I'm asking my sisters about this like the next day. Like, hey, like, I had to do this and that. Like, is it hard? And they're like, no, I just did it right now. Like, you got to find the sweet spot and get in. It took me like an hour, dude. I'm literally dying outside. My stomach hurts. Everything is like going wrong at this point. And finally, I get it open, like, and at some point, like, I called my sister and I was like, I need you to get Fernie and I need you guys to go over to Sal's house and pick up my car just so I could get inside because I cannot get inside.
Yeah.
And luckily, when I got it open, they literally just went out to the main street. Like they just pulled out.
Okay, good.
You know, because like I would have called and I would have said to like just go back, whatever. If I knew like a lot of time had passed, like I wouldn't have told them. Like if they're already like halfway to my house or they're already pretty much there, you know, I wouldn't have, you know, made them go back home or anything like that. Yeah. But like I was like at that point, it's only been like a few minutes and I finally got it done and you know I got inside thankfully and then I woke up the next morning I woke up like a few hours later with a pretty big headache. And the shitty thing was I couldn't find the fucking ibuprofen worth the damn. And course. I know I have ibuprofen here.
Right when you need it, right?
But when you have 2 fucking kids living in your damn room, you can't find shit.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't even have kids. God damn, I was looking at you guys. And so I still don't know where the fuck the ibuprofen is. So I just left it in my car. Y'all ain't touching that shit.
Of course. Everything's in your car when you need it.
Yeah. So, so I ended up doing that and I was just trying to thug it out for a little bit, dude. I ended up finally sobering up around like 12 and I went to your house and picked up my car. I picked up your car and
yeah.
and then I seen your car there too, as well as Janet's, and I was like, I was gonna go knock on the door, but then I was like, nah, they're probably dead. Like you hadn't messaged me back from like the earlier text when you were like, dude, I'm at work and I'm so dead.
Oh yeah.
And you hadn't messaged me back, so I was like, you know what?
I thought you meant like way later.
Oh no,
it was like way earlier, like when you were still stuck outside.
Oh no.
I was like, yo, man. First of all, it's not that I was asleep. It's just that.
Yeah, no. No, I mean I would have. Like, and then after that, I ended up going to. Have you been to that place right down the street from your house called Chopsticks?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I ended up going there because I've been there before, and so I was like, oh, it's like right down the street. I'm just gonna go get chopsticks, and I ended up getting like teriyaki and rice and stuff like that, teriyaki chicken and rice, and it was pretty damn bomb. But you know, like when you're like hungover, you need something like dumbass heavy, dude. So I was like
something like really greasy,
fat ass fucking bowl, you know, like, and I just destroyed that thing, dude. But
you destroyed a bowl of pozole before you left too, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
oh yeah, I did for sure. I wish I had
that's
more.
like the last thing I remember seeing.
Oh, and
before
bread.
I shut my bedroom door,
it was just me like this.
And then I heard you leave.
Oh, okay. Oh, you did?
Yeah, I heard you leave.
I made sure to lock the door and everything. So
cool.
I was responsible.
Yeah.
All right. So homeless people in.
Yeah. So we got a couple questions here. Questions. It's meant to be asked on New Year's Eve, but seeing as how like this is the closest we're gonna get, they're gonna be 3 questions. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll ask them to you, and then I'll answer it after you.
Okay.
What was
Jackal?
I knew Jackal. I knew it. What was the single best thing that happened to you this past year?
Holy shit, the single best thing that happened to me this past year. Damn, this year wasn't even that great, honestly. Oh, this past year wasn't even that great. Man. I honestly would say it was... Honestly, it's probably doing whatever I could to help my niece and nephew get through some rough times. That was probably like the biggest thing for me. And, you know, I mean, there was a lot of shit that happened this past year, but that to me, it means the most because, you know, if I get to see them happy, if I get to see them smile, you know, that honestly means the most to me because when they're sad or they're not feeling too well, like it's just not the same, you know, like you want to be able to bring the spirits up. You want to be able to be that person, but really it was like, it took a long time to really push it. And I know there was some forces pushing the other way and, you know, and there was just so much shit that went on and everybody was blaming one person and all this other shit. You know, it was like finger pointing all around really. But, you know, once it finally kind of passed, I felt like, you know, once they kind of got out of it, they're just ready to thrive, dude. Like it's 2020 now, you know, it's 2020, it's a new year, but I feel like they're just ready to thrive and there was just a lot of good shit that happened. So, in terms of that, you know, but other than that, unless I'm missing something earlier in the year, I know my dad did get married this past year, remarried, to his wife now, his now wife. So Big shouts out to them. That was also really fucking cool.
Yeah,
as
that'd
well.
probably be his best thing of the year.
I would hope so.
Right.
So when I bought this stripper the next night, you know?
Yeah. He's like, man, my bachelor party was great.
So yeah, like that would probably be what it was for me. And I guess the fantasy football championship would come in a
second, huh?
a close second for
1A,
sure.
1B.
What? No, I gotta name that number 2.
Oh,
like,
okay.
if it wasn't for that, then yeah, it would have been definitely number 1 because I've been chasing that for a long time. But
Finally, yeah.
yeah, I would definitely say that was like number 2, 3, whatever.
Cool.
What about you?
Getting married.
Besides, yeah, I was about to say.
I got married. Man, it's been a long time coming for that wedding because I proposed to her 2 Christmas Eves before that.
Oh shit.
So it had almost been 3 years since I proposed to her. And it's kind of weird because we had been engaged for so long that it's just like, oh, my fiance this. Oh yeah, it's my fiance. And I never liked the word fiance anyway because, well, first of all, it's a French word and everybody knows that French words are stupid.
You're what the French call les incompetents.
Yeah. So, yeah, French words are just stupid anyway. And I tried, looking
stupid. Like, what the fuck? They're just fucking dumb.
It is. It sounds like a dumb word. So anyway, I even tried looking up like a synonym for it. Like, there's got to be another word for it, and there isn't. It's weird. Fiance is the only word. Whatever. Like even in Spanish, it'd be like mi esposo futuro, my future
fiancé.
Yeah, my future husband or my future wife.
Oh,
like
okay.
that's all it would be.
Okay.
But it's like there's got to be a way shorter word. Like I got to find out what the fucking Chinese or something call theirs.
This is my F.
Well, for them, all their shit's arranged anyway. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway,
actually.
so yeah, like I never really liked that word anyway. So like, and then when it finally the time came to where I actually had to say, oh yeah, this is my wife. Like I caught myself. I was like, my wife. Like
wife. Oh.
Yeah, no, I almost did that too. And I was like, wow, my wife. Like this is so much better than saying fiance. You know,
It's 4 letters. All right,
Yeah.
even better.
But man, like the build up to the wedding was great. You know, like we went out for my bachelor party and she did her party.
I can't wait till you tell this story because this story of all the stuff that ended up happening throughout all that, like just the whole story of the build up to your wedding was
yeah.
insane.
Well,
dude.
that's what next week's episode is going to be.
There we go.
We might have to do 2 parts.
We have to.
So
There's no way we don't.
Yeah, but anyway, so like the build up to it all, like all the crazy stuff that happened. There's some crazy stuff that happened afterwards too, and then finally, actually, like that day, like it's weird. Like I woke up that day, and we had already moved in our house by that point. So she spent the night at her mom's. And it was weird with me just waking up there, because I even had taken the dog to my parents to watch.
Shit! So it was just
me in the house, and I'm like, man, this is weird. You know,
this
like
is the last day I'm ever gonna be alone.
pretty much. It must be like that pre-wedding where you're like, oh no.
You're all, this is what cold feet is.
Yeah. No, but see, like I've never had that. Like people were asking me, like, oh, you got cold feet yet? You got cold feet? I'm like, no, like I've never had that. Like it never felt that at all. Like I never felt like I gotta get out of here. You know? Never had that at all.
Well, I kind of wonder to anybody that out there that's ever had cold feet, or a cold foot, whatever you want to call it.
If you only got one.
If you only have one.
Cold nub.
Oh my god. So seriously, like let us know like what it was about, because it's like, because I'm sure that there was some people that probably asked you like, do you have cold feet? Because I bet you that some of them had like shitty intentions, like, oh, are you ready to leave her? Like, you know what I mean? And then there's other people that are like, you know, are you just really nervous? You know,
Sure.
Stuff like that. Like it's gonna be a pretty big day in your lifetime. You know, and I mean. And if you were to tell us, you know, we won't blurt out who you are or anything like that, especially like, because I mean, I'm sure that there's people out there that had second, you know, guesses about who they were marrying. You know, like
it's a big step. So, and
for sure.
And it's funny, my dad always says, "Oh, it's cheaper to keep her," you know, instead of getting a divorce.
Yeah. That's such an old fucking dude thing to say.
It is. But if you think about it though, it kind of is true, because you got to pay your divorce lawyer, you got to pay for the court. You know, you guys got to split all your shit.
Yeah.
And then after that, like you got to go through like all the emotional stuff. You know, like, oh, why did I do that? Or why did she do that?
Right.
Why did we break it off? Whatever. So like, in a way, it's kind of right, you know, because like, it's not just talking about like, you know, the expenses, like, oh, it's cheaper to keep her. It's like, you know, your emotional involvement in it too, whatever. So, but yeah, back to the thing, you know, that the wedding was obviously the best part of the thing, and you know, next 2 episodes, whatever it takes. Excuse me. You know, we'll talk about the crazy shit that just happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next question is, pick 3 words to describe this past year and why.
I guess it would be sigh. Oh God. Just like I said. Honestly, like it was an okay year. It was just one of those years where I just kind of like I had a lot of plans for this year that just kind of like didn't really pan out because I had other obligations that kind of landed in my lap throughout most of the year. And like it just, like I said, I had a lot of plans for this year. I mean, I will say though, like just to go back to you know, what we were talking about from the first question, I guess I can also add, you know, one of the best things that happened was this fucking podcast, dude. Like, yeah, this podcast, like this podcast really kind of put us out there, and we grew a small little fan base, you know, a bunch of loyal fans and stuff like that. So I mean, seriously, shouts out to everybody who has listened to us and is actually back again listening to us now, because that's just fucking awesome. But yeah,
and hopefully it gets bigger.
Yeah, I agree. But again, like it was just kind of like one of those years where, like I said, I had a lot of shit planned and it just didn't go as I wanted to. I do my best to try to stay like drama free, where I want to wake up and be like, well, I ain't got drama today because fuck all that. Like I'm trying to do me. I'm trying to do, you know, have my life going. And people can sit there and call me selfish, but none of that shit matters to me anymore. You know, it's like I've been there for so many people for so damn long that when I all of a sudden stop, it's like it becomes a big deal. You know what I mean? Oh, well, you're not there. You know, it's like, well, fuck you too then, you know, figure it out. Because it's like at that point, you know, it's like you got to take care of yourself at some point. And I also have to do some shit as well. Like,
nobody else is going to do it for you.
Yeah, I can't just be fucking waiting for you the whole damn time.
Yeah.
And that goes for a lot of people. Like, I know there's a lot of people possibly listening to this where they're like, is he talking about me? I don't know. Am I talking about you? Because I mean, but yeah, so like it was just kind of like one of those. It was just kind of one of those fucking years, whatever. But yeah. What about you?
Man, 3 words. It's kind of hard to put like a whole year into 3 words.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Learning. I had to learn a lot.
Jackal. Yeah.
Patience.
Oh yeah,
because man, with the shit that happened with our wedding, man, like all that shit, like I had to learn so much patience, and I'm not a very patient person anyway. Like I can be, but like by nature, I'm not.
Yeah.
So patience is a big one, and man, emotion, like a lot of emotions within just like the month, the 3 months, month before, month during the wedding, and then the month after. Like, there's just so much emotion that goes on because you see emotions come out of people that you normally don't see emotions come out of.
Yeah.
Or different emotions.
So like I was about to get emotional.
Whoa.
I was burping. I was like burping. I was like, oh yeah.
I thought you just got choked up right now. I'm like, what the hell? What did I say?
That's how I thought it came off too. And I was like, what the fuck?
Oh my God. Okay, well, obviously you can see the emotion there.
Emotion.
But yeah, so learning patience and emotion, man, like basically sum up the entire year. If I could sum up the entire year, that's what it would be. Because just wait until you hear the stories, people. Because man, like there's just so much stuff. You're just like, oh my God.
And and literally every single day, he's like sending me something different. Like this happened today and that happened today, and I'm like, I can't wait till we put this fucking podcast out because this shit is crazy,
right? and somebody was all like, "Oh, you should write a book about this," and I'm like,
"Oh, that was me too." I said,
was it you? Yeah,
because you should, dude. Yeah, because I was saying that everybody puts out a book like, oh, what it's like to be a bride and the leading up to it and all this other stuff. No, fuck that. What is it like to be the guy in the situation? Like
Because we're the ones that got to deal with the bride getting all crazy or emotional.
Yeah,
or
right.
Yelling, getting in a fight with somebody or whatever it is,
But the groom has a side of the story too, and that one would be actually really good.
Yeah.
Bestseller.
Hell yeah. Hopefully she makes some money off of it. Okay, so the last question is, what was your biggest personal change from January to December?
Oh shit. Biggest personal change? It'd probably be just giving less fucks, honestly. Like, I feel like you hear the interference of that. It came out of nowhere.
I know.
Yeah. But yeah, like literally giving less fucks about certain things. I mean, I've already been in the process for the past couple years of like kind of like hardening my heart, but keeping it made of gold.
Yeah. No,
but
yeah, I get that.
keeping it made of gold. Like me personally, like my nature is to be nice and to help out anybody that's in need. But it's also nowadays to kind of give out tough love and give out those lessons. Like, I can't always be there. Like, you gotta figure shit out on your own. Like, and once stuff like that started happening for me, when I started, I fought with God on a fucking shit ton of things, but for Him to allow me to get to where I'm at in terms of like my mental state and my emotional state, like it really helped out a lot. So yeah, that honestly was like the biggest thing for me. That was the biggest change. Like, I don't feel like I'm the same person as I was, back
when
in
the year
January.
started.
Right.
Yeah.
And I hope too, if anybody listens back to any of our podcasts, like that I sound different, like in terms of like just how I go about certain things, or just really anything at all, like mood, tone, whatever the fuck it is. Like, I really hope that I come off a little bit different, and that I always come off genuine as well. Genuine. And I always come off genuine no matter what, So yeah. That
I hear genuine. I always think of In Those Jeans.
In
the beginning.
jeans.
No, just the beginning of it. The guitar. Ding ding ding
Oh,
ding
yeah.
ding 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 ding.
That's when he knew it was about to be.
I might listen to that on the way home.
God damn, I'm listening right now.
Hell yeah, put it on.
Yeah, what about you?
It's kind of weird to like. It sounds weird, but like it truly makes sense. Is that like, this past year, like I had to like learn how to be like a man, like, in the way of, well, first of all, like, okay, you're getting married, or I'm getting married.
Yeah.
And you got to go through all the stuff, the growing pains or whatever of the build up to it.
Mm.
But then, you kind of start leaving behind like the whole girlfriend stuff and like transferring over to wife. And that requires a different set of, like listening skills, different way of you having to say things that doesn't trigger her in a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
You got to deal with a lot of people, like the vendors and stuff that we had to deal with. Like, I have to come across them in a way where like I'm not yelling at you, but like
Right.
I kind of am. But
I'm yelling at you.
But like I'm trying to keep my cool, because if not, then they can just drop whatever they're doing and then they leave us fucked.
Yeah.
So like you kind of have to, or I kind of had to learn how to do things like all over again, but in like a more mature way.
Yeah.
And I've always been a person that doesn't really, give a fuck if you say something about me. And then speaking of that, it's kind of funny. Janet said that, if we ever go to Mexico, like the people that live in like that town or whatever, like they talk a lot of shit. And with me, not speaking Spanish in that well, they'll be like, they'll talk a lot of shit on you. And I quickly replied to her, I don't care. I can't understand them anyway. So if they're saying something, I can't hear it. I don't care.
That's true.
So
That's true.
so yeah, that was like a big thing where like I had to relearn how to do things in like a more mature way. And then with being like the person that I already was, where I don't care, now I'm in a way where it's like, yo, I'm 27. I don't got time for that.
Right.
Because if it's something that's gonna like make me dwell on it, then is it really worth it or is it not? Like, would I rather dwell on like something good that I did or something cool that I saw, or would I rather dwell on somebody saying like, oh, you know what, Sal did this and this? It's like, I don't care, because that stuff has happened within the past like 2 weeks, that like somebody in my family has told me that somebody else in my family's told me.
Oh, God.
And it's like I don't even care.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they were talking their stuff anyway, and because I don't do anything to them, like I hardly even see them anymore. So like I don't know how they're getting this information anyway, but the fact that they're trying to make whatever information that they got into, they're trying to spin it into whatever truth that they want.
Right.
It's like, yo, everybody knows that you're lying.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody knows that you're the one's full of shit. So like, just chill out. You know?
Shit.
I don't care what you're doing. You know. But yeah, like that's kind of like the thing. Like my journey from becoming a fiance to husband has been like the craziest journey. And like I said, you'll hear all about it next week because next week we're gonna go into basically the buildup of my wedding, the crazy stories from the vendors, the crazy stories from us moving into the house, getting stuff done. And then if we have time, we might have to make it a 2-parter. We'll get into the funny stuff that happened afterwards too.
Oh god.
And like I wrote all this down already, and it's ready to go. And then I was thinking that we could do this too. You could like maybe like make up some questions. That's like questions for like a new married guy.
Okay.
You know, where like you're basically like interviewing me on like stuff that you would find in a magazine or whatever,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
questions like that. Like I think that'd be a good idea.
I think that's awesome.
Because then I can compare it maybe like next year when we do this show. Like I can compare notes and then be like, yeah, I didn't do any of that shit.
Oh,
So
shit.
yeah, I think this is a good place to end it. Executioner, would you mind filling them in on where to find us and find the show?
Yeah, so this is our season 2 of the Good Times podcast premiere. So really thank you for listening. There's a lot of changes coming up so far. First and foremost, new logo. I really hope you enjoy the logo. I worked so damn long to get that damn thing, and then obviously put in the final touches with Mr. Almanac Jack. Getting the website up has been a bitch, and at this very moment, once this comes out, it's up. So
Okay.
but yeah, and then you'll then we're gonna have a lot of different changes. So at the very beginning of this podcast, you're gonna be hearing a preview of what's to come and whatnot. So you'll be able to hear all that. And we're gonna have a bunch of new segments, different things that we're gonna be talking about. We really want to make this super radio friendly. And I know like some people do enjoy us talking, some people don't. And we just want to find a happy medium and really just make this a really fun podcast that everybody can listen to at really any time. So yeah, so again, if you want to find us, go to thegoodtimespodcast.com. And you can find all of our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that bullshit on there. For me, myself, personally, you can go to Twitter, find me at The Executioner, THEXEK Utioner. You can also go to Instagram, find me at @the_Herbalutioner, THE_Herbalutioner. You can find me there. So I don't know, am I missing anything else?
I think the fact that you're pretty good at being an Ushiner.
Ushiner? I do love my Ushiners. And speaking of Ushiners, I also like to thank Yeshua for allowing me to do this, so I have to throw that in there, of course.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot you usually did that.
Yeah.
And then for Twitter and Instagram, you can find me at BSALSANCHEZ. Make sure to follow that and to follow Executioner and the show on Instagram. And remember to tell your friends about the show. Tell them, hey, they started a new season. We have a good catalog of episodes that you can listen to if they are barely jumping on, or if you just want to, listen to them again. That'd be great. And let's get this train going. We're in it for the long haul now. We're back and better than ever.
Better than ever.
That's right. So remember to tune in next week. Shows are going to be coming out every Monday now instead of Thursdays. Monday is the fun day now because that's when our show's coming out. So make sure to tell everybody and to hit that subscribe button so you'll never, ever miss a show again. All right, this has been the Good Times Podcast, and we'll hope to see you next time.
Music in tonight. Turn on the music of your life. Be right back.